Finally, you can go from the gym to the grocery. In that order. New Ban Total Refresh Cooling Body Cloths. I carry them with me wherever I go. So now when I'm running from place to place, all it takes is one wipe across my neck and chest to leave my skin feeling cool, soft, and instantly refreshed. Find New Ban Total Refresh Cooling Body Cloths in the deodorant aisle.
Welcome back to Secrets to Saving. Jen, you're saving $300 a month. What's your secret?
I called the National Mortgage Connection. They connected me with a great lender who refinanced my home loan into a much lower rate. They didn't charge me any closing costs, no escrow fees, no origination fee, and no credit report fee.
Let's go to Chuck now.
I called National Mortgage Connection, too. I also refinanced into a lower rate, and now I'm saving around $3,000 a year. And they refinanced me even though I was underwater on my mortgage.
It's no secret that a lower interest rate means a lower payment, which means you save money. With the record low rates, you've got to call NMC now. They're a referral service that connects homeowners with a pre-screened lender offering no closing cost loans. And you can refi even if you're underwater.
888-794-1630. 888-794-1630. 888-794-1630. That's 888-794-1630.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or owe the IRS or state more than $10,000? If you don't take action now, your tax problem is going to get worse, much worse. Seizure of property, bank levies, wage garnishments, and potential criminal prosecution. And if you owe the IRS back payroll taxes, chances are you will be visited at your home or business by an IRS agent. Don't become paralyzed by fear. Take action now. Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield for help. Our team of experienced tax attorneys can get you protected, stop collections, and negotiate a permanent settlement with the IRS and state, potentially saving you thousands of dollars. At U.S. Tax Shield, our tax advisors will review your case for free, inform you of your rights, and give you a guaranteed quote. No games and no tricky upsells. That's why we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Put an end to your torment. Get protected. Get the Shield. Call U.S. Tax Shield now at 800-211-8753. That's 800-211-8753. 800-211-8753.
It's my show. I shouldn't have to crawl and beg, but I'm going to ask the audience's indulgence. I just want to read that short list containing the titles of some of Chuck Morse's books. Okay? The Nazi Connection to Islamic Terrorism, subtitle Adolf Hitler and Hajj Amin al-Husseini. The Whig Manifesto, Barney Frank and the Law of Unintended Consequences, subtitle, How the Frank Amendment Helped Terrorists Get Legal Visas. American Spring Manifesto, that was about another march on Washington. Islamo-Communism, another book on the Jewish question. Karl Marx, Anti-Semitism, and the War Against the West, the Monkey Trial. Was Hitler a leftist? Acorn, The Art and Science of American Money, and the Elizabeth Warren Fraud. I'm going to pretend I'm locked in a bookstore overnight and there's no way I can get out, and I'm just going to leap grasshopper from volume to volume. Let's go to The Art and Science of American Money. I just have one question. How long can this, what they call quantitative easement and what we call printing money that has no backup whatsoever, just paper, how many times can they do that? And what's to stop them?
Well, Barry, I get into my research on that book led me to some very controversial history and some very controversial conclusions, and that is that our entire monetary system is controlled by private entities, namely the Federal Reserve Bank, which is a private bank. It's owned by bankers and investors, both domestic and foreign, and that they have assumed a monopoly control over the ability to print our money, to issue currency. to decide quantitative easing, which is nothing more than a euphemism for turning on the printing presses. And as such, we as a people, as a sovereign nation, have lost control over our ability to control the amount of currency that is circulating in our economy. And a basic building block of any sovereign nation should be, and ought to be, the right to do that. The Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, says that Congress shall regulate the coin and the value thereof. And by coin, they don't mean, literally a coin money. They mean the creation of money and the regulation of its value. And as such, Congress has the power to issue currency directly, not go through the Federal Reserve, which charges us interest, and which decides itself, both the Fed itself and member banks, how much money they want to create so they can inflate or deflate the dollar to help themselves. This is what happens when you have such power in the hands of private bankers. Now, I'm not against banks making a profit. I hope they make a good profit. I hope businesses do. But to allow them to make profit on the money itself is a problem. A large part of our national deficit is paying interest on that loan. That's money that goes to these private banking institutions and investors when the government doesn't have to do that. The government could simply issue currency directly, interest-free, into the economy. It's called U.S. notes. And they can do it in a way that does not inflate or deflate the dollar. I don't necessarily trust Congress to do this by giving them a fiat, bill to just simply stop printing up money. But there are means by which a monetary council, perhaps it could be the Federal Reserve reformed, would then go and determine how much money is needed in the economy on any given year based upon production, based upon what is needed, and then simply create that money. Use U.S. notes to pay off the debt and stabilize the value of the currency so the working people's dollar will be worth $1. We won't have to have debates about raising the minimum wage if a working man's dollar is worth $1. If you're going to raise the minimum wage, the result is going to be that the value of the dollar is going to go down because it'll be inflated. So $1 will be worth only 90 cents. So sure, you might be getting $1.10 per hour, but you're only going to get 90 cents worth. So you're getting the same, except it hurts people on fixed incomes. So, they're playing games with the currency, and the book gets into a whole history of this, the battle between the private issuers of currency and those who advocated public currency. And some of the greatest men in American history were advocates of public money and opposed this private consortium. And they include men like James Madison, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Jackson, and more modern FDR and John F. Kennedy.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Knowledge is power, and you've made me a lot stronger than when I woke up this morning already. Can't wait to get back after a medley of selected business announcements. Coming back with Chuck Morris, author, commentator, columnist, and I left out one little item. I'll repair that when we get back together.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinn.com.
Attention, if you've had hip replacement surgery and suffered any complications, you need to listen to this important legal alert. Major manufacturers have made billions of dollars available to award legal claims for defective hip implants. Thousands of these defective hip implants have been recalled by various manufacturers. If you've had hip surgery and suffered complications, you may be entitled to receive significant compensation to help you deal with your complications. You may be eligible to receive money to help with medical expenses, lost wages, and pain and suffering. Protect yourself by hiring an experienced trial attorney. Our partner law firms are experts in hip replacement surgery lawsuits. Find out now if you're eligible to receive any of the $2.5 billion HIP settlement fund. Call now for free information.
855-586-1561. 855-586-1561. 855-586-1561. That's 855-586-1561.
I want to write like Toni Morrison.
It was a fine cry, loud and long, but it had no bottom and it had no top, just circles and circles of sorrow.
I'm Aileen Ellis. This is Primetime Focus. I'm dumbfounded when I read a sentence like this. The images shout in my mind, and I come to a full stop to reread them and linger. Toni Morrison's words come from her novel, Sula. The sentence was named one of the best ever written by the editors at American Scholar magazine. Other writers who got the nod include Joan Didion, Hemingway, Jane Austen, and Truman Capote. Here's his description of Holcomb, Kansas.
Like the waters of the river, like the motorists on the highway, and like the yellow train streaking down the Santa Fe tracks. Drama, in the shape of exceptional happenings, had never stopped there.
Read all the best sentences at the link on our website. That's Primetime Focus, brought to you by AARP. Hear all our programs on the web at aarp.org/radio.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. Really? Yeah. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
Now, what I've told you about Chuck Morse is far, far from chopped liver. His books, in addition to being many for a young man, are very good. I can say great. Chuck Morse is a gifted writer. But I haven't yet mentioned that he is nationally famous for his very successful and amply but not quite enough honored. He deserves more honor than he gets, even though he gets an awful lot of them, a troy ton. He deserves honor for communicating the way he does on his own talk show, which is simply Chuck Morse Speaks. So to introduce Chuck Morse without mentioning Chuck Morse Speaks, and syndicated nationally, that's like introducing Picasso as a frequent visitor to the Barcelona Rotary Club. I want to get it. When I get Chuck Morse on, I'm proud as a dog with a hem-stitched tail, and I want to get every jot and tittle of these credits in there. Can't decide which way to jump now, Chuck. Believe it or not, in spite of the Jewish books, let me just put them to one side. What if you know about the Elizabeth Warren fraud? I would say she never quite proved she was 1/32nd American Indian. That's all I know. Tell me more.
Well, I'm actually writing a book about Elizabeth Warren that is mainly because she is being touted as a presidential candidate. I think that the Democrats are concerned that Hillary might falter, especially as more information comes out about Benghazi. They want to kind of have Elizabeth Warren in the wings. And yet the mainstream media will not discuss who she is and her background. The woman is a complete and utter fraud. This is a hypocrite to the highest degree. She has goes around the country talking about the millionaires and the billionaires, and yet she fraudulently obtained tenure at both the University of Pennsylvania